wanted even to go there, you know, and my friends who lived here said don't do that because they were soldiers staying here with the cars, and they were just not allowing to go, and the media people who were trying to get, they immediately were stopped by the tanks. It's at this vicinity of this region, and they were taking away the cameras, crushing them all, and anything. So it was important.
Why did you?
But still, there were people who were here, and my pictures.
They didn't want any recording of what was happening.
My cousin was living here, so he was a very good painter, and he exactly just painted, you know, just actually made like a map, all the location of the tanks, of the people, and later on Lietuva Hotel, I had a heap of these papers, and I was delivering, because I was working as the front desk manager, I was delivering that to the journalist, and they were very happy to see what was going on. Anyhow, I mean, because you know, later on they tried to report what was happening, and the next day after this, or 2 days after this, the press conference was organized, and the General-in-Chief of the Red Army, he just spoke straight to the camera saying that nothing of this happened, all the bodies were just collected from the casualties, and nothing happened, you know, on this side. Anyhow, but the story starts, you know, when Landsbergis and, you know, all our government at that time, they were just fresh, independent Lithuania at 1990. We just declared independence. That was the February 16th. And then after a year, still the Soviet army is here. There are local collaborators who organized just like a putsch, coup d'etat. And they were just, certainly there was approval and support from Gorbachev, which is so loved, you know, but anyhow, for us he would, in the West, but not here. But the younger people just actually here lived, the young families, because this the new houses, and they just came here. Very cold winter, -25, and they just came here. Yes, Celsius, and they came here just to protect, just peaceful demonstration, surrounded the TV tower, dancing, you know, making fire, singing, and all of a sudden, so here were the people. The tanks came from that side from that side of the TV tower, and. Nobody believed that anything can happen. Paratroopers were organized from Obsk. This is the special, you know, just base of the paratroopers. And they started to shoot, and nobody believed. They thought that this idle, you know, just bullets or whatever. And then the first tank ran over Loreta Sanavichuta, the student, and she was brought to the hospital. About 3 or 4 hours, the doctors were fighting for her life, and they couldn't do anything. She was buried actually in the bride's clothes, because she was asking on the way that, well, just when she was operated, she still could speak, because you could see even there is documentary saying that she's getting, you know, the anesthesia, but she's counting, and then she's asking, what's about my just down there, shall I be able to have kids, children, just to carry them? And she was all ran, you know, one part of her body was all ran by the tank, and unfortunately she died. And then they were just putting over them, and you can see the names here, and this is kind of the Hill of Crosses, you know, but there were more of them, but they left most valuable pieces, because there was the whole, you know, this slope was full of this statues. Well, and 13. Yes, January 15th. Then, you know, just how many people? Then, you know, and the TV tower was meant for the broadcasting. Actually, it was not, you know, like the offices, but it was rebroadcasting, you know, of just the offices were in another place, and then after it was taken over, you know, and for a half a year, actually, we heard the news in the broken Lithuanian language till August. Till the August, when coup d'etat took place already in Moscow, and then the Gorbachev was removed. And actually we are very grateful to Yeltsin, who was the only one who just acknowledged the independence of all the 3 Baltic countries, because neither United States or other countries were still silent. And the first countries who did that was Iceland and Sweden. And the Swedish, you know, journalist was very brave. Later on, he got even the highest award from our president, like the Gediminas Cross. So that was the story. But after that, you know, a lot of the people rushed to the Parliament building, and on the way back, actually, we'll see that also there are barricades left because it was also all blocked, and there just the defenders actually have been staying during night and day in the vicinity. Living people have been bringing tea and coffee to them so that they wouldn't go, and they were from all over Lithuania. And those harrows, you remember we have seen them in the fields? So those who have been serving in the Russian army, they knew that the harrows upside down, not a single tank will pass by. So all kind of equipment, agricultural equipment was dragged there. The blocks were built, and a lot. Now that's some fragments which are left now next to the Parliament. They say the Russian soldier, go home. Your motherland is waiting for you. Gorbachev, we're not afraid of your tanks. We spit on them, and something like that, So and the barbed wire and everything. And this was the first satellite which was established over the Parliament building. Also, I think it was donated by the Swedish government and media. And then then it was possible to see for the whole world what was going on there. And somehow, just that what was, at the Parliament, there were a lot of people, and they said that Gorbachev even said that these were his words: there is too many flesh, so better stop, better not attack, something like too many, perdão mesos, too many flesh. Too much meat or flesh.
Too many bodies.
Too many bodies.
No, it was exactly meat. Like
but
flesh.
meat.
Yes.
Meat. Too much
Yes.
meat.
Yeah.
In one place, so you would.
So what is better to say, flesh or meat?
We wouldn't
means-
say anything like that,
No.
so
Yeah, so,
it's hard
okay.
to.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in his,
The body count would be too high, is what he meant.
But
Yes,
he didn't say
Exactly, that is
nicely.
going to
Right,
be
he
like,
said it
like
in a bad way.
It's
Like
like
a
a meat
machine,
at a store.
Yeah,
At the
it's-
butcher shop.
Meat has a different connotation.
Yes.
Flesh implies a human being.
Yeah,
Meat
that's what.
says
Yeah.
animal.
So I
Yeah,
was right
yeah,
this time.
yeah, exactly.
Right, but it's a.
Well, but the way
I
he
mean-
said that he didn't mean the flesh in a nice way.
No,
he
but-
actually meant
Yes.
meat.
I know that, but
You know?
yeah,
Yeah.
but
Okay, now
Yes,
we'll go to
correct.
see the Bell of Freedom.